ISO is our newest agent, and I think he's going to be S tier. I'm not going to lie. I think he's going to be extremely strong. The first ability is called Contingency, which is C. You equip to assemble basically an energy wall. You fire to push it. You can't stop it halfway, but along its route, it completely blocks bullets. And something that's not even mentioned is that it's also blocking vision. Now, again, not a controller like Harbor because you can't stop it, but the power of taking space for free is crazy. Why jet dash when your entire teammates can take a full straight line without being harmed at all? This thing alone is so powerful, but his kit doesn't stop there. Similar to an Omen Paranoia in the way it moves, you can throw an ability using Q that actually vulnerables the enemy players, similar to what a Killjoy alarm bot does, which of course is quite massive for entering as a duelist. That's pretty self-explanatory, but the next one, not so much. Double tap, which is on his E, starts a timer. If you kill an enemy and then you aim lab, shoot the orb over that enemy's head, you get a shield. This shield blocks one instance of any damage. It could be a Raze ult or just a shorty bullet, it doesn't matter, but it blocks damage for one instance. The thing about this is that the timer keeps going down, but if you get another kill, you can actually refresh it. And if you look at the bottom, he has 2 charges of these, meaning yes, you can enable it, kill a Reyna, shoot the orb, block that Raze ult, shoot the Raze, grab that orb, it runs out, and then you can do it again for the remaining 2 or 3 enemies. This is something that ISO plays around consistently. His ult is the greatest topic of discussion, and for good reason. So you press X, you equip an interdimensional arena, you fire it, and similar to like a Fade ult, it moves forward, and the first person it hits gets teleported into an arena alongside you for you to have a 1v1 duel. This needs to be broken down properly. So first things first, how will it be used? I can't tell for certain. I feel like it's going to actually be partially an entry. What sucks about it is it's somewhat a 50-50. It's not purely a 50-50, but regardless a 50-50, because if in this duel the Raze won, then you die and your ult is gone. It's 7 orb points down the drain. On the flip side though, if you get the Raze, you did isolate a 1v1 and got a, not a free pick because you have to skill diff them. It is still a gulag duel. However, if you pay attention to how this ult starts, 1 wall is in front of the enemy, but 2 walls are in front of you. In the clip, our ISO runs, but you wouldn't want to run. Instead, you shift walk right or you shift walk left so that the enemy doesn't actually know which way to aim, while on the flip side, you know where the enemy is no matter what. They are in front of you and always in front of you behind that 1 wall. You have 2 walls on your side, so it's not exactly a 50-50. It's more like a 60-40 or maybe 70-30, but also depends on weapons and so many other factors. I don't know exactly how to feel about this ult 1-to-1. Again, you don't get abilities and your enemies don't get abilities either. For example, you would never really want to waste this on an eco, because imagine taking a 1v1 against the Sheriff just to lose 7 ult points. And it's your entire idea of getting a pick. Now, I actually don't think it's not like overpowered, because this counter is just straight up win. Even if you beat them, your body is actually vulnerable, which is actually why I said maybe it's used as initiation when you know you're still safe and you're still pushing, or you know, if you're in a 2v1 situation, you'll use it to isolate 1v1 and 1v1, which is also strong. But again, you have to make sure you're not getting pushed during your duel, and since it's similar to a Fade ult, they can kind of see where it comes from. So you know, I have mixed feelings about this. I don't know if it's weak or strong or somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna predict somewhere in the middle, but the rest of his kit is just stacked. The shield, like his ability to play with his team, almost like an initiator, but then he has so much duelist potential, like Reyna duelist potential. Instead of orbs, you're aim labbing above. I don't know. He seems like he's gonna be a great duelist right out of the gate. Now, some people comparing him to Reyna. I was also watching a little bit of Wahoozian because, you know, he's crazy on this strategy. And I kind of believe, in my opinion, Reyna's still gonna be better for the lower ranks because it's easier to execute Reyna. You don't gotta aim labs, right? When you want to aim labs your shield above their head, you have to be really good at isolating your 1v1s. If you wide swing into 3 of them, you're not gonna have enough time to head tap, aim lab above them, and then continue your fight, because it's just 1 instance of damage. If 2 people are spraying you, it's gonna do nothing. Reyna, you can wide swing, 1 tap, and then dismiss away, which is just overall makes more sense at the lower ranks. You have to be really good at isolating. So what is he really reminding me of? Chambers release. You know how he was completely busted, but how strong he was scaled with the skill of the player? That is ISO for you guys. That's what I believe. Let me know what you think down below.